What's going on, all you fine lovely people out there on the internet? My name is Ninteddy and this is Social Zombies TV, and today I'm bringing you for the first time ever this little idea that my nephew brought up to my attention. He wanted to name it The Vault, but I didn't want to go with The Vault because it's too basic, so we're gonna go with something more like Memories in the Vault, but we're working on it. But for right now, we'll just stick to The Vault. Anyway, so he brought up to my attention that he would like me to talk about, you know, my personal life and things that I've experienced in my life. And one of the first questions he brought up to my attention also was he wanted to know how I broke my ankle skating back when I was only I think I was 15 or 16 years old. Anyway, so I'm gonna tell you that story while I'm playing some Battlefront here in the background, keep you entertained, you know, the good stuff. So yeah, so let's get into it. Back when I was like 15, 16, I was really into skateboarding. Like that was my life, you know, like that's all I ever wanted to do with my life. Me and my friends, we had a little clique. It was called Three Skaters. You know, we're from Downey, so a lot of people knew us. We were kind of like the jackass crew. We did a lot of stupid stuff. We didn't even pay attention to school. We were just so focused on wanting to be the best skaters we can be. And you know, that being said, we spent a lot of time after school just skating for about 8 to 10 hours all night till the sun came out, and always pursuing that perfect trick, that perfect video you wanted. Like it was gonna be your part, you know. And well, my buddy, I have an old friend, I don't really talk to him anymore, but he brought me to this location that was like this really hot spot that was brand new. Nobody knew about it, but it was gonna be a legit spot. And it was basically a double set stairs. So it was a 5 set, and then there was a big gap. I would say the gap was about 5 feet. No, I'd say it's about like, if you put your feet together and you step 5 times, why don't you get up and do that right now? Yeah, so if you do that, let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something around 5 feet. So anyway, I got a little distracted there, but it's a 5 stairs gap, 4 stairs. So it was like a 9th set with the gap in between. And you know, my intentions on that spot was to do my last trick for the video. And I was so pumped. I was really good at doing the 360 flips, tree flips, tray flips, whatever you want to call them. I don't care. Anyway, we called them 360 flips back in my day. Back in my day, like I'm an old man or something. I'm not that old. I may be baldy, but I'm not that old. Anyway, so you know, it was a really cool spot. I was really pumped up. 360 flip was gonna be my trick, and I figured, why not do it on this double set stairs, you know, the gap. And so that was my intention, to just do that trick. Well, we had gotten there, and I saw it for the first time. All I heard was all the talk about this spot. So I saw it for the first time, and I was super pumped. I saw it. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do a few tricks over it. And, you know, I'm gonna get pumped up. I'm gonna get warmed up for the video. My friend's setting up his camera, and I get up to the top, and there's not like a lot of space. So there's not a lot of what you call a pathway for the trick. It was kind of like a messed up spot where it's kind of like a curve. It's like a little walkway, but it was like a curve, and it curved to your left like that. And that made it extremely hard, especially for me because I'm goofy. So when I had to do my trick, I had to turn this way. Like I had to turn this way. I know it's hard for you to see this, but and that was really hard because I didn't have a lot of speed and I didn't have a lot of time to get prepared for the trick. Well, you know, my friend was setting up the gear, and I decided to try the 360 flip after I, you know, ollied over it. I did a couple of other tricks over it, but I wanted the 360 flip. Like that was the trick for me. Well, you know, I remember jumping right on my board, and I'm prepping, and I get next to the trick. I get next to the set of stairs, and I do the trick. I just do a 360 flip, didn't think about it. I was very confident in myself at that time. I nailed it. I landed the trick. I rolled away smooth. It was a perfect landing. Like I couldn't have asked for anything more. However, my friend didn't film it because he was setting up the camera. So that being said, I told him, quick, get the camera. I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna nail it the second time in a row, you know? I got this trick. I got it. I was confident. I was prepped for it. I was ready. Well, stupid little Eddie decided to just go for it. Balls to the wall. So I get back up on top of that path. I start rolling down the path. Wasn't paying attention. I was going too fast. First of all, I was going too fast. Second of all, I started losing control of the board, but I did not want to let it go. I was so confident I was gonna land it. So I'm you know, pedaling straight to the path, and right when I get to the set of stairs, I remember slowly just doing the trick in the air, and the board started going crazy. That shit was like Jekyll and Hyde crazy. I can't even explain it. Like, I just saw it going underneath my feet, and it was just spinning like crazy, and I tried to bail. I was just like in my head I was like, I gotta bail off this trick. This is ridiculous. So I tried to kick the board. Somehow my right foot got caught between the board and the pavement on the floor, and my left foot, still being in the air, just like straight up, like steps on the board that somehow curved my foot upside down. And I'll show it to you. I'll show you in a video or something. But I instantly, with all my weight, snapped my ankle between my board and the pavement. And oh my god, the pain was a sudden rush. I could not believe. It was so crazy. I remember just hearing a snap and jumping up, just instantly jumping back up onto my feet. And then once I stepped on my foot, was the most pain I've ever felt in my life. And instantly I started hopping like this. I was hopping into the grass, and then I threw myself on the grass. And I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what was going on in my mind, but for some reason I thought maybe if I throw myself on this grass, I would heal or something, you know, like it was gonna be some magical grass or something. I don't know. Well, I started rolling in the grass, and my friends are laughing at me like, what the f are you doing, Eddie? Like, what's wrong with you? And I'm just screaming like the top of my lungs. Like, I could not explain the pain. I couldn't even talk straight. And so my friends just instantly like realized, holy shit, something happened to Eddie. So they picked me up, they threw me in the truck. Yeah, they threw me in the truck. Took me straight to my mom's house. I was a little kid, so they took me straight to my mom's house. My mom's running outside like a maniac because she thinks that I got shot or something. And so she's freaking out, and then they're bringing me in, and my mom instantly like didn't even think about it. She's just like, let's go to the hospital. And so they took me straight to the emergency room, and it was straight out of a movie. Like, they put me on that stool that they put you on, that they put those people on that get sick and whatnot, and they're rushing you straight down the hallway. And then my door, I kid you not, the nurse was some nurse guy, and he was rushing me through the hallway, and he opened the door with my broken ankle. Oh my god, the pain! And he didn't even say sorry. That was the worst part. It was just like the pain he put me in, knowing that I had a broken ankle, and I felt like the son of a did it on purpose. But anyway, you know, they put me on some heavy med, and I spent about 3 months recovering. I was in a casket. They put me in a casket, and it was one of the coolest things in the world, because when you're a teenager, you know, and you break an ankle, you break an arm, or you break something, and they put you in a casket, and then all suddenly, like, you're the coolest person in school. Everybody wants to sign the casket, even if they're not your friend. They want to be on that casket. Anyway, so it was cool. It was a cool experience. I mean, it wasn't a good experience that I broke my ankle, but it was a cool experience after that, because I got a lot of leeway at school. Like, a lot of the teachers were like, oh, okay, you have a broken ankle. It's okay if you're running a little bit late to class, or it's okay if you didn't get a chance to do your homework. Like, they were really cool. So I give them props for that. Shout out to all those teachers. But yeah, I remember too, like, still being in that casket and in crutches. And then, I kid you not, that the following day, because it was a weekend, the following day I broke my ankle. I went to go get a haircut because my haircut was ridiculous. It's like a rag doll. And my mom decided to take me to some cheap ass little hair salon. And so they gave me a haircut, and I had this really cool like Ramones haircut. Well, the lady didn't know what she was doing because my hair was really long at this point. So she cuts my hair, and she cuts it in a square shape, like a kid. It was like this, down, like this. It was like the weirdest shaped haircut. And I remember going to school so embarrassed because I had a broken ankle, a stupid haircut, and it was just the worst. It was the worst. But after a while, my hair grew back out, and you know, my foot was healing, and it didn't stop me from doing what I wanted to do. You know, like, I still ditched school. I was ditching school. I would throw my crutches over the fence, and I would climb over with my arms, and I only had one leg to hop on. It was so awesome. Like, I was the coolest kid in school because people wanted to be my friend, because I didn't care at the time. I do what I wanted. Well, anyway, so that was one of my vault stories from my, you know, my past Nintendo year life. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, subscribe, tell all your friends, you know, let them know about me. I'm an upcoming YouTube game phenomenon guy. I don't know, whatever you want to call these guys, like PewDiePie and Game Over Greggy and the Black Nerd, Black Nerd Comedy. Andre, he's really cool. I like Andre. You should check him out. And I want to give a shout out to Angry Video Game Nerd, because if it wasn't for him, I would have never gotten into all this stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.